And you're tuning into the Black House Fire Radio. And you're listening, yes, massive, wagwan. Andrew Robinson, your Jamaican brother there. Reaching out to all the massive on the African continent. And you're tuning into the Pan-African Bliss Show with your host, none other than Joey. From Monday to Friday. Stay tuned. Andrew Robinson, love, respect, and justice for all. Big up, massive.
Bringing communities together around the world. Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
Every time I feel, swear me out for win. That's why I'm trying. Every time I feel, cause God always I listen. One day I have to win. That's why I'm trying again. Tell me, working hard but I'm still struggling. Minimum wage can't cover my bills. Somebody tell me I'm gonna live. They might complain but I'm not giving. I'll do it not sure. Only me and God know how my day go. Oh, when me have to make a bad level that out. I'm free, oh, my mom forgot the place on top. Yes, me, Tanisha first starter. When we just start, we used to hear dear laughter. But you know, say I time for the master. And everything I say, I'm going to do it. This is the truth, that's why every day I'm OD. Just like a girl from the east with a dream. I shoot for the top and me go bring you a team. Every time I feel, can't do no different. Swear we have a way, that's why we try. Every time I feel, cause God always listen. Nobody is me.
Just like my radio.
Must not tell myself someone don't put it off. I know like say I just know life are rough. But keep on pushing and don't ease up on. Even when I try to stay on the way, passes them on see my brain. I'm not gonna live to see the day. Yo, I'm been through enough, so please follow me. Can't turn to nobody when me get hungry. The blessings alone me once around. That's why me pray every time I feel. Can't do no difference. One day I have to win. That's why I'ma try again. Pray every time I feel. Can't do no different. Swear I have to win. That's why I'ma try again. We have to try again. We have to win, win, win. We have to try again. Cause we have to win, win, win. East side of win. Them can't stop a thing.
Greetings and salutations, friends. Here's Andrew Robinson, all the way in Switzerland. And you're tuning into the Black House Fire Radio. And you're listening to
Yes, Karibuni Sana family to another beautiful episode of the Pan-African Bliss Show. This is the Black Fire Network radio station media of the 21st century. Happy blessed week ahead of you, and I hope you guys had a beautiful weekend. Shout out to everyone with me on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, everyone with me on TikTok. Karibuni Sana. I see so many of you passing by. Asanteni Sana for tuning in to the Black Fire Network radio station, and to everyone with me on the radio app itself, and also on the network and on Rumble Live. Karibuni Sana. My name is Joby, in case you're here for the first time, but of course to all our returning subscribers and listeners like Kay Williams, I see you. Karibu Sana. Hope you had a beautiful weekend. I see you, and I'm really sorry about my internet. I might be having a little bit of freezing because I see you already complaining, and I'm just getting started, but I hope my internet gets to behave because I have a lot to share today in terms of also videos. But anyway, Karibuni Sana. I see you saying I'm late. I know. Just 30 minutes late. Come on.
Can't you just spare a girl? Come on. But anyway, Karibu Sana. And also, so you're saying that is crazy. People do not have safe water. It is crazy. That is our major conversation of today, where we can see the UN has literally reported over 2 billion people lacking safe drinking water. And while we know the earth, rather the earth itself is covered by 71% of water, this is not making a lot of sense. Like yesterday, right here, we had a literally a very heavy rain since actually the evening, that is around 6 p.m. till 6 a.m. in the morning. That is when the rain stopped, when I was waking up. And it is really, really, really crazy. It's been raining. It's been literally flooding in most of the places. We can see even our roads situation are really very, very bad. And when you talk about us literally lacking water, that should literally be part of how we can find a way how we can make our water clean and safe, especially when it is raining. I remember there's a time when Keith was telling me that in America you guys get arrested for literally collecting rainwater. This is crazy. In Africa, that is actually a flex. That hinted me actually in the morning when I remember we used to collect the rainwater. Then when you wake up to wash the dishes with it was something amazing. You feel like, it was just something amazing playing with the cold water from the rain. But that is what we shall be discussing about, checking onto how African countries and literally the whole world, because we've seen places like also America, where we discussed a video where we had Obama going to one of these states where people were suffering because of water, and he had the audacity, the nerve to ask for a glass of water. We checked also how they contaminate the water and how the percentage of how this has killed so many people. Remember, in that particular area where we were sharing the video from Obama in that state where we had people lacking water, we had so many children who are actually not growing because of a certain chemical that was literally contaminated in the water. So we shall be talking about that, and also why Africa lacks to do this. We've seen recently, that was last year, towards the end of the year, Mr. Beast came to Africa and did manage to build, or rather dig us some well, and that is in 6 African countries. We're talking about Kenya, Zimbabwe, Uganda, and so many that I can't mention, that I can't remember. But why is it that it has to take Mr. Beast but not the African leaders to do this? Shout out to you, Corey. Thank you so much for following the host, and Karibu Sana to the Blackout Fire Network radio station. So we shall be talking about that as our major conversation. Yesterday we had Senegal holding its election, and I was very excited about this. Remember, on Friday I told you I'm very excited to see how it's gonna go down. And of course, so many people turned up on the poll station yesterday. Remember, we had 7 million people who had registered to vote. And personally, I gave my vote to Osman Sonko. I hope he really takes it, because I feel like he deserves it. And he's been chosen by the people, the young people. We've seen he's faced a couple of challenges from these other politicians. And basically, that's what happened when it comes to the Africa politics. So we shall be discussing about that. We also want to talk about some of the children who were kidnapped. That was 2 weeks ago in Nigeria, the mass abduction. Some of them have been freed, and much more of what is coming from the African continent, including also Uganda, where we can see they are practicing farming, that is bamboo, and they are using it in different ways. But the Ugandan government is seeking a way out they can export this to other countries, which is so sad, because when I look at how Uganda is using this, they're building chairs, they're coming up with so many different actually arts and crafts through this. But we've seen our very own government like Kenya 2 weeks ago. We shared a video of us making plastic chairs out of plastics, while we have Uganda literally using bamboo and making it very, very useful. So what is wrong with some of the African countries or some of the African people? Karibuni sana, that is our discussion for today. You, Peter One, and of course, welcome to today's conversation. Hope you're doing amazing. Thank you so much for tapping the screen. Shout out to Ken, Dreadlock in the building, and of course, shout out to everyone with us also on the network and on the YouTube channel. I also see Keith is with us in the building already. I hope you're not here to interfere, tafadhali.
I don't know, you frozen. You frozen on YouTube. I don't know what's going on with your camera. It's frozen.
My internet is bad. Bad, so I know they're fixing it right now. So I hope we shall be able to conduct our show very, very well. But anyway, karibuni sana to everyone who's joining. How was your weekend, Mr. Newsome?
Why you worried about? You said about coming to mess you up or something.
Lol, so I cannot check on you. I cannot ask how you're doing now.
I didn't I didn't get to the room good. You threw me under the bus already. Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry, my bad. Karibu sana. How was your
That's
weekend?
a Santi Sana. Well, wasn't much. I wanted to, if anybody was looking at the show, um, Friday night, they talking about Candace Owens. YouTube took me down off this chat, well, off the Black Eye Fire Network channel. I was up on the Black Eye Fire Live channel. And I wanted the guys talk about that too, because I didn't should have did it Sunday or Saturday. Because I told you, they're coming after her now, right? And even the phonies, I had to go past Tariq. I can't believe I ain't seen any. Oh, she's getting the white supremacists are throwing the bus in the tether. I just can't take that goofy nigga there, boy. For 2 minutes, your whole wife's a tether, nigga. Your wife's a tether. They talking about because she's black. It's always that fake division she tried to do because she's an African that came from the Caribbean. They dropped out there. Oh, she's a tether. She doesn't know our culture. I don't know dumb shit he be doing. He's scared to say the names. See, she's black because I gotta give her, even though she has been a bed wench with a white man and she's thrown black people under the bus every chance she's gotten. Oh, then I can see you'll be good. Every chance she's gotten. That's true. I'm gonna deny that. You won't get me defending this broad like I told you guys Friday. But she knows when they come out, she's telling the truth. She said, everybody you love, everybody you know can't say these people's names. And you know what the fuck I'm talking about too. That she said it because they're now gonna destroy her ass. Now she's saying it. Your favorite people are scared to say these people's name. And she's telling the truth. Whether they're going to get rid of her or not, they get rid of her ass now. She can tell the truth. Because you'll see none of these fake Negroes on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok ever mention these people. Because they know what time it is once you open your mouth. How your numbers get all messed up and you can't eat. Because I said, after her saying this shit, her numbers are done. Remember, you get all the 100,000 views, that shit's over with. She's about to be Kanye for real. She's about to get the Kanye West treatment for real, but even worse.
Yeah, I saw she was speaking about anti-Semitism, something to do with that. She was called anti-Semitic. I didn't follow up much after you said you're going to talk about it. I didn't follow up much of what she said and all that, but I think we can discuss and extend the conversation tonight on the Africa Today show. As about also Russia considering LGBTQ members as terrorists right now because they have taken it very serious, and that shall be part of our discussion tonight. For those who are looking forward to be with us on the Africa Today show, kindly tune in. And I see K. Williams is asking if we did find someone. Yes, we did. Kindly tune in on the Rhythm Scoop show, and you'll be able to see our new face on air. And of course, check what's up. Yeah, check what's up. You're not on TikTok, so you'll have seen much.
You're not on TikTok. That's why you don't never know that. Yeah, she's on TikTok for 4 hours on the morning show today.
Yeah. Now you become a TikTok pro. Now you want to call everyone out for not being a pro like you. Give us a break. Give us a break. But anyway, shout out to Mr. Michelle in the building. Shout out to John Mosquito with us also in the building. Shout out to Jaboya on TikTok who says, how are you? I'm good. And you're asking if you've missed the show. We're just getting started. So you're right on time. And shout out to also K. Williams says, everybody is talking about Candice. She is a big time sellout. Well, she must be, especially bet the black folks are really, people are really mad because you only want to come back after you're done being used. When we needed you, you never really needed us. They done used you, now you feel like we need you? Nah, Yeah,
well, that's why I mentioned. That's why she was at the Breakfast Club. People in the Breakfast Club got the thing taken down because she tried to pivot like I told you guys. They always do. I still got to give her credit because it seems crazy for me to jump off the building and not get the bag. That was what was paying her crazy ass. So I got to give her some kudos for some kind of integrity. Ain't like she woke up one day and she was joking or something. She always been a bootlicking coon. But all of a sudden to realize, mess up your bag, to mess up the money. I said, whoa, what? There's no way she's this stupid. I said, Candace, you can't talk about those people. It wasn't been giving you money. It was paying all your bills while you live in your nice house, drive your nice car. You got all this exposure. You got all these big numbers on YouTube and Instagram. Motherfucker, you about to find out. You like I said in the video. I mean, like I put on the title. You fucked around and found. You about to fuck around and find out. Your numbers about to go to shit. Your money's about to get fucked up. You about to be Kanye West for real, for real. So I'm telling you.
But you know, it all takes just to say I'm sorry, kids. We all know that. It just takes say I'm sorry. I didn't mean those terms. That's what Kanye had to do. That's what
because he's a true. That's why I'm exactly, Joe. That's why I'm giving credit. He's a true bootleg. Anybody listen to Kanye West? Alright, this nigga's got Down syndrome or autism, whatever he is. This motherfucker's an absolute all-day moron. Yeah, this motherfucker's a. If anybody don't know Kanye West a moron, you are a moron. Okay? If you don't know Kanye West is a moron, you need to question your fucking intelligence. Okay, but Candace Owens, yes, but she didn't apologize. She said it's wrong to commit genocide, and why can't we talk about these people? Motherfucker, you know why. You better know who owns these banks. You know why. And every time you had no problem throwing black people in the bus, oh, these niggas are supposed to get shot in the face. And you see the Joby getting beat up, yeah, that bitch was no good. She was supposed to get beat up by the white man. See, you got no place to go, Candace. See, whenever you bootlicking handkerchief-head Negroes side with white, and it's more than white supremacists. We know what supremacy is, right? And then they get rid of your ass because you decide to have a conscience and a backbone. But you didn't do it for black people. You did it for the white Muslim people, the white Palestinians. Then the other people said, hold on, bitch. Hold on. You gone too far. You better realize who paying your car note. You know why you got the nice car? You know why you live in a nice house? If you don't, we're about to show you. And I sent the video to Joby. Joby check her TikTok pages. I didn't get a chance to send it to you on WhatsApp yet. They knew. The guy's like, we knew they were all going to cancel. That's right. They going to cancel her ass. She's being canceled. For real, for real. So whenever you talk about you don't need to know who run the world. You know who run this motherfucking world. You know who run it. You can't say the name. That's right. Go ahead, Joby. That's why them two goofy niggas, about that fake black authority, that fake ass Tariq, they never want to mention that name. They do it in passing. They never want to mention those. They see Tariq and that Jason Black and that professor. They don't never mention the name. Oh yeah, those people. The white supremacists. They never want to say the name because they know what fucking time it is. These cowardly ass niggas. Some of they speak for black people. They know, and she said it right. I said she said it right. She told you, your favorite podcaster, your favorite person on TV. They know not to say these people's names. She know. She telling the truth that she ain't got nothing to lose. They're only gonna get rid of her ass. Kanye's like, I told the truth. I'm scared that I'm wrong. Please don't take all my money away. You know I'm retarded. Shit. I got. What is he, autistic? You know I'm autistic, and I love my white women. I can't get no, if I don't have money, how am I get my white women? They're not gonna lie, you see I'm ugly. I'm ugly as shit. Look at me, I'm Kanye. I'm ugly, but the money makes me look handsome.
I don't think Kanye is ugly. I'm not gonna lie about that, kid.
Damn, what?
Ugly. Nah, that nigga,
for me. That nigga's ugly. You better throw some better glasses, goddammit.
He may be a coon, but I think he's really handsome. He's really a good person.
What? That's what money does, boy. You can let me see. Let me see it. Is Jay-Z good looking, Joby? Our number.
Nah.
Is Jay-Z good looking, Joby? Okay, I'm about to test.
For me,
I'm about to test you. I'm about to test you because that's one ugly nigga.
No, but I feel like Kanye is a good-looking guy. He's just a cool,
Uh,
talented person in the head, but
all
you
right,
know,
okay,
yeah, he's not
okay,
really ugly.
okay.
But anyway,
Okay, go ahead, Joe.
remember
They're
that
gonna
show
hijack the show. Go ahead. I know. Go ahead.
20 minutes, 20 minutes of hijacking my show. Shout out to Kitty. Always that you that 20 minutes of hijacking my show. But anyway, Karibuni sana was
we ain't
everyone
got
was just tuning in.
we got enough time. The girl that young lady don't got no show yet. She don't got no.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
She
We
ain't
have
coming up.
time.
So yeah, we ain't got
We
no
have time.
Katie around. Shit. So you good? Go ahead.
We have time. But anyway, as we get started, I wanna share a video of coming from BBC where we have some black people expressing, because we've been checking on to so many presidents coming from Africa talking about reparations. We've seen also the black Americans asking for reparations. We've seen black representatives from that is in the United States and also right here in Africa asking for reparations for everything that happened during slavery and after, for them to be
And
compensated. Like,
colonialism.
yeah, we've
Slavery,
seen recent
colonialism.
Nana Akufo-Addo was one of the presidents last year who spoke at
Oh,
the one of the summits
not this,
that he
not this
attended.
fake, not this fake Negro. Let me get this boot-licking fake Negro up there. Oh, reparations. It's all phony. He wouldn't even let slow talking Philo Lumumba from Kenya and Sister Arikana from Zimbabwe get in talking Kenya because he was scared. Get out of here. You get started on the ass
But
Negro.
we saw him saying that Ghana needs to be given reparations for everything that was stolen, for what the people went through. We've seen so many African countries actually asking for that. But the question is, why do we need reparations? Because I believe it is more than reparations, and I'm glad to share this video presented by our sisters and some brothers here who actually talk about it, why they feel like it's more than just reparations. It is more than just money, something tangible that you need to receive. We have people who still suffer the trauma even up to date, because remember we have our freedom fighters,
Sure.
those who remained, who still actually ask for these reparations and they never got any back.
Not
We
just
still
that,
have.
Jobin. Not just
Mhm,
that.
mhm.
Most African minds are colonized.
Yeah, true.
You already know that the white man came and raped you. You think you like Simba. I don't like to use him, but you believe the white man came as your friend. You believe you insane moron.
Well,
So you got it's even a colonized mind. But
sadly, that's what majority of us believe, and on that video, it's even explained very well. I shall be sharing in a few where they have used this in the system of education.
exactly.
Reparations we got is the education of them coming as missionaries, coming to teach us about Bible. Forcing us the VACINEs and all that. So it is a lot, and I'm glad to see that African people are realizing. The shout out to Lomas in the building. Shout out to Kamat Coin in the building. Shout out
They're
to
waking up
Brad
slowly.
in the building. Brady says Kanye anajiona Mungu. What he means is that Kanye sees himself as a god. Well, we walked away a little bit from that. You are a little bit late.
Well, that's a moronic ass guy. Then I'm glad. That's a dumbass guy. If you see that motherfucker, if you see him as a god, you just
No,
as dumb as him.
Kanye sees himself as a god.
I just said he's as I said I said that would be a moronic ass god. Then Kanye sees himself as a god, and he's a moron. Look, white people put him on. Kanye in any other society, Kanye can't even take care of himself. The money he got came from the people that run this planet. That you can't say who own these record companies in Hollywood. This nigga's an absolute moron. In any real society, Kanye West can't even wipe his own ass. Who the hell can he protect and defend? Does he know how to lift a hammer? Does he know how to build anything that's real? Absolutely not. This is a bumbling, stumbling, absolute idiot with these goofy, ugly ass shoes. I got my Yeezys. Who gives a shit about you? You don't get out here, that goofy talking shit. Grown ass man talking about my shoes are the Yeezys. Motherfucker, we at war. We talking about his goofy damn sneakers. Hey, get your ass out of here. In any real society, he'd be slapped in the head and tell them to shut up and be back there with the women and children. Shut your damn mouth. You keep your mouth shut. But since they have deranged African people's culture mass worldwide, that's what you get. And you think this motherfucker's some kind of leader, some kind of visionary. He's an absolute moron. It should be put to the back in the back with the kids and the women. Shut your goddamn mouth while the adults talk and figure out where we're going and what we're going to do to survive. You don't have a goofy nigga like that out there giving no advice to no people. He's an idiot. Absolute moron. And that's how you know how deranged we are, because you got people all across African society, Caribbean, Africa, African American. Oh, Kanye's kind of smart. He's some kind of a genius. Genius? You out of your rabbit ass mind. Niggas are absolute morons. He won't even date his own women. Scared to even date his own people. He's all fucked up. He's already compromised. He's dealing with so much self-hate because he's partially retarded or whatever. Call him dyslexic or whatever that goofy shit he got, autistic, whatever. It's been the white media that propped him up. Understand how advertising works, family? White media made Kanye. The white media. He's an absolute moron. In any real society, that's what he would have been made to be. A moron. That's what he is. But in their society, they always pick deranged people to put in front of Africans globally. And you to worship this fucking idiot. These sellouts, these morons who just talk stupid shit. Oh, Kanye's really smart. He's saying something. You know what the hell he's saying from day to day. Go ahead, Joe.
It's crazy. But anyway, shout out to you, Ghost in the building. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing amazing. Shout out to Sony, 11. Shout out to you. And thank you so much, Brady, for tapping the screen. I really appreciate it. Says that Joby likes Kanye. I don't like Kanye. I'm so sorry. I just said he's good looking, but it doesn't mean I like him. Okay. That was some of the shoes. I have 2 pairs of, and I'm not lying. Kid is my witness. I only have 2 pairs of sneakers of shoes. I need to add more, but not Yeezys. Okay, not the Yeezys. I wore Yeezys when I was in high school.
I don't know why you need more tennis shoes. Your shoes are always clean. How many pair of tennis shoes do you need, Joby? Shit.
I need a lot because it's raining right now. I can't be walking on the heels and the open shoes. It's really muddy out here. But anyway, as we get started, I want to check on some of the facts of the week. And this is coming from the Africa Stolen Artifacts, which we've seen recently. Ghana itself, after asking and demanding reparations, and knowing that this is amongst one of the top African countries that are highly indebted, we've seen them recently being loaned back their artifact, being loaned back, not it being given. And where we read even much more that the British government and most of the British museum and most of these museums that are outside the continent of Africa that stole artifacts from Africa have already signed a deal to never return these artifacts to their
original. They're gonna get back. Exactly. You can loan it. Shit from Kenya they stole, shit from Uganda, shit from Ghana, shit from Nigeria. You're not getting none of it back, niggas. But supposing you was a savage. They steal your shit, make money out of it, but you were a savage. Because you don't understand the European mindset. You understand that you're dealing with a whole barbarian. You understand you're dealing with a whole a savage people. People that are really the savages. That's what you find out. They say, I come in your house, I knock you in the head in your own house, I steal all your shit, and then I call you the criminal. That's what the white people done. But when the French, all white people, when they descended on Africa in 1884, all of them signed a pact that we're going to rob and steal these Africans blind. We're going to fuck their heads up. Imagine how psychopathic you got to be. This was in the meeting. This ain't me making it up. Don't believe me? Go look it up. Then we're going to destroy these niggas' minds. They're like, we're going to put them, they're going to fantasize. They wasn't like, we're going to have them worship us. And ain't it funny? Ain't it funny? They got to be mad about Putin. If you guys been on TikTok, you seen Putin tell the truth, right? He know the religion's a lie. So we can finally look this up on TikTok real quick so you get done with this. I want you guys to see this. Putin It's telling the truth. Remember, they opened up the vault in Russia. Remember, Russia used to be all black thousands of years ago. But anyway, that's beside the point. Putin had a conference saying that Jesus, Jesus is black, all the disciples are black. But where did these white people come from calling themselves Jews? Everything I told you, they told you is a lie. Everything. Because all those lands were African people's land. The African's been so miseducated. He doesn't know nothing about the Middle East, that it was once Africa. That's all Northeast Africa. So Putin came out and gave a whole speech to all the black portraits they found in Russia that the white man didn't whitewash. It was an ancient tomb they said they found in Russia. Let Joby look it up. Have Joby type on TikTok. Putin gives a speech telling you about Jesus being black, all the disciples. So where these white Jews come from? I've been told you all those people back then were black. Man, years of research. I told you. How the hell black people don't got no history and we're the oldest people here? Huh? You got black people in Africa don't even know who the fuck they even are. Oh, the white man was Adam and Eve. What are you talking? You out of your rabbit ass mind. So you got Putin giving a major speech. Putin gave a major speech. Putin giving a major speech, letting you know, releasing all the artwork.
Reveals to the world a
I guess
secret
Toby can't hear me.
has been.
I can hear you, Keith, but I'm sorry for the distraction.
So this is a major thing. So this destroys the white people and their lies. I already told you people that created the Bible before white people were black. We're black people to begin with. Because the white man needed some religion. Because he's savage. All the lies, in the age of Aquarius, I told you, all these lies are going to start being unveiled. You got black people thinking you worshiping white people. You out of your fucking mind. People showed up 2 days ago. How's the original going to worship a copy? Go ahead, Jim. You go ahead and play it. It's got to be making them mad. Putin said that Jesus and everybody was black. Go ahead, Jim.
So people on social media are blown away seeing Putin open a ancient box and Jesus appeared to be black.
All of them was black. They like, shit. Once they even changed.
Y'all believe in something y'all don't read. Y'all say y'all believe in the Bible, but don't read the Bible, because if you read the Bible's clearly describe the image of Jesus as black.
Yeah.
This is something my people should have been known. Why y'all blown away? Why y'all blown away, bro? This is something my people should have been known. And since we living in the end of time, because when you think of the end of time,
there's no end of time. We think with this end of time nonsense. But anyway, so any little bit about any history, you know all these people were black. The Middle East, all that part of Africa was black people. Not that bullshit you see today in Egypt and Israel. Those are all fucking invaders. Morocco, Tunisia, Algeria, them motherfuckers aren't African, and they're not indigenous to the African land. Saudi Arabia, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, all that shit is African. They come and conquer you and tell you nothing but lies. Now you got Putin open up an ancient vault. Everybody's black in that bitch. Oh shit! Oh no! All these niggas in this vault. Oh, these niggas! Oh no! Oh! And shout to Putin. He didn't try to hide it. He said, "Yeah, we opened up this ancient vault, and all this shit is black people." Yeah, you know why? Because that's when black people still rule all those lands. Those are African lands. And these motherfuckers you see there today, they don't belong there. They're invaders. And so that's all Putin did was open up a vault and see all these ancient black people up in there. Say, hey, nigga, it's us. And they changed Change all the paintings and shit. Everybody's white angels. And you know, my white people messed up in the head. They don't want to keep them artifacts. All the angels are black. All the angels in them pictures, everybody's all black. Ain't a white person in that shit. All the angels are black. The God is black. The Jesus is black. Because that's what's real.
Anyway, Kerry Loves, I see you. I'm also letting him just finish, then I'll continue.
All right, go ahead, Joey.
You noticed. I told you. That's why I gave him a disclaimer when he came in, because I knew what he was all about. I knew it was all about.
All right, I'm done. Let me put myself on mute. Damn it.
Oh my God. Anyway, let me start this video very quickly before I go back to that article I was to share of what these people have to say about it's more than preparation.
You think Joby would be happy? She can show her daddy. This what Jesus look like, nigga. You bishop.
Oh my.
Okay, let's do this.
It is time to acknowledge openly that much of Europe and the United States have been built from the vast wealth harvested from the sweat, tears, blood, and horrors of the transatlantic slave trade.
And then after this, we'll be sharing a video of Kagame. Kagame just during the week, I don't know, it's during the weekend, a video that is circulating online, admitting that he is part and parcel of stealing resources in Congo. As you can see right here, Nana Akufo-Addo speaking about the rest of the world benefiting from Africa. Kagame has just admitted Russia and so many European countries are benefiting from all this. He's not sure if Russia is benefiting, but he mentioned the rest. He said
he's a puppet anyway. And I told you, go back, everything he knows a lie with that Rwanda genocide. Kagame killed his own goddamn people. But in their movies, since the white man controls them, it was the Hutu killing his people. It's a lie. That nigga in Museveni are behind the genocide of the Rwandan people. Them two niggas. And they got to get dealt with. Because all that truth is finally come back out. You two moronic niggas going to get this work. So sorry, Captain Crunch ain't going to be president. No fucking Uganda. You two niggas are going to get this work before you die. I said it. All that fake ass Rwanda shit. No, everything you talk about Rwanda family is a goddamn lie. Kagame is responsible for killing his own fucking people because he wanted power. That's how the white man came and helped him capture Rwanda and claim it as a genocide when he the one is behind the shit. His punk ass is the one responsible. And I told you, like I told Maria knew, they blew up those two planes with the Rwandan president and the Burundian president, which want no damn fucking Kagame and no fucking Museveni. They blew it up. And then they went and committed genocide against their own people so this slow-talking ass, backward-ass nigga could be put as president for the white man. They're still in the Congo. And all these fake, I told you, they own all the movies. So all the movies we got are nothing but lies. Oh, Kagame's a hero. He's coming to save Rwanda. Did you see about the genocide? So he's been lying about the genocide for 30 years. This duplicitous-ass nigga. This moronic, lying-ass nigga. He's responsible for the shit. He was in there killing his own people for the white man. So he put his punk ass in power. And these other Mugabe knew that shit. That's why they were going to take him and Museveni ass out. But then they got sanctions put on Zimbabwe and Angola. They were coming to get those two niggas and get rid of them. So this, behind all this, and this moronic, hey, we built everybody knows they built the wealth of the world. We don't need you talking this. This motherfucker, so I can't stand this nigga here. Stand his ass. This fake talking, this ain't nothing but propaganda, you see, to make him like he's fighting for justice.
Yeah, this was last year when he spoke about it, but it's not about him today. It's not about him.
Of colonial exploitation. reparations must be paid.
That's Ghana's president on reparations. But what exactly are they?
That means, reclaiming back what they have taken from us, our pride, our dignity. It can't be repaid back. The years have been lost. Things have been damaged. The best they can do is encourage us and let us just work on our own.
Encourage us and let us walk on our own.
It's just one aspect of it, but it should be more a moral aspect.
Reparation is compensation, breaking the chain of bondage, and also giving back. Reparations are important. They mean different things to different people. So I've been thinking about these three questions. What are reparations? Why is it not just about getting money? And what could it look like for Africa? To get some answers, I've been speaking to human rights lawyer Andrew Songa. He's worked on reparation cases across Africa for over a decade.
I think money is the most tangible and familiar form of reparations within compensation, but it's not the only form of reparations.
They give you nothing, you get power, nigga. Europeans, all this begging white people is stupid. You name white man, I said in America, all this begging until you get power. You see, this is one of the 40 laws of power. Power doesn't respect weakness. We should get reparations. Why should we get it? Motherfucker, you ain't getting it until you knock a motherfucker in the mouth. All right, we should get reparations, please.
I agree with you, but at the same time, we need to agree that it has taken, because I've questioned this before personally myself. Like, do you guys really need reparations? Because what is the money going to?
Goddamn right you need it. Shit. Because they stole it. What do you mean? Why? Why? Because they stole trillions of dollars from you.
Reparations. Do you need monetary reparations or do you need the land?
Yes.
Do you need everything back?
That's the land, the gold, the diamonds, all of it. God damn it. We need all of it back. So we're not impoverished. Everything they stole.
So if you think we should not be accepted, because that is what they are explaining basically on this video, kid. They're saying we need more than just money. We don't need just cash. We need our lands back. We need our stolen artifacts.
I'm talking about the land. I agree with that.
We need everything that was taken away from Africa, including even our own system of education back. That is what you're talking about.
I agree. But Europe can't get that back to you. You got to take that. Power's not given, it's taken. So you begging.
From knowledge, it starts from knowledge. It starts from past you understanding what are you fighting for.
Because
we've seen so many cases, even when we talk about demonstrations, we've seen we fail because we move unorganized. We move just without having any organization or even any details about what we're battling or fighting and struggling for. So from the one that I see people understanding why we need more than just money, that is actually something very beautiful for me, understanding that there is history behind that, than just getting money being paid back.
So if it's not just about the money, what are the other forms of reparations?
You have restitution being the first port of call, and restitution is about trying to put the person back into the position they were in before the harm they suffered. For example, if you lose your land, restitution can be giving you back that piece of land you lost. If you lost cultural artifacts, as a lot of African communities have done, restitution could be returning those artifacts back to the communities they belong to. And then you also have the aspect of satisfaction. And the most common features of satisfaction tend to be public acknowledgements or apologies that perhaps a government can make. You also have rehabilitation. So for example, you have people who are wrongly accused, detained and jailed, having their criminal so that they can be able to come back into society. You also have the very important aspect of the guarantees of non-recurrence. These are measures that governments or those in power take to ensure that whatever environment allowed for violations to take place, those environments are remedied. So it could be about policy and institutional reform to ensure that we don't create future victims.
When it comes to slavery or colonial rule, none of the reparation attempts so far have met all 5 forms. But there are historical examples of reparations in other contexts. Since World War II, Germany has paid over $90 billion.
To the what? To the who? Yeah, to who? Oh, the JEWs that did. Oh, I can't even say this on YouTube. You'll get banned immediately. They get reparations for let's just say for something that's suspicious, family. Remember, they own all the media. They the ones popping up here. They own the banks. Banks fund wars. Banks fund wars. But what we're talking about, that war and the narrative is a fucking lie. That's as far as I'm going to go with it, because I can't be Candace Owens, because you know what? They've already destroyed us. They already destroyed us on YouTube. We don't get no views. I've said the truth. But you get this, but see, this handkerchief head broad puts this into goddamn perspective and look how fuck she's talking about. That's why you can't even trust the African and say shit right. Shut up. What you bringing is a lie. You know, they got reparations, and the reason why they got reparations, motherfucker, they own the banks. They own the media. So they print the narrative to have you believe nothing but lies. That's how they got the lies with Kagame, punk ass. On that genocide, oh, the Rwandans, the Tutsis were being murdered. It's all a fucking lie. That's the narrative they had for 30 years. It's already known that Kagame was killing his own fucking people. That's not out there in their media, because he's a puppet still in the Congo. That's why. That's why. I think he's an international war criminal. Kagame ass is this smoke-talking moron. That's some narrative. He's the hero of Rwanda.
These payments continue today with a further $1.4 billion pledged in 2023.
Still today.
The government also agreed to a one-off payment of $7 billion in today's money to Israel in 1952. So what about in Africa?
There's no Israel.
Nairobi, capital of Kenya, Europeans and Africans still walk the streets in fear of the dreaded Mao.
In 2013, the UK government...
The Africans are scared of the Mao. The British and the Africans. See how that propaganda works? The British are the fucking invaders. But the Africans are supposed to be scared of the people that's trying to liberate their ass from these no-good white invaders. See how fake their media is back then? It was 1950. The British and the Africans are scared of the liberators trying to get these crackers up out of here. They're scared of them. What? We're trying to get you motherfuckers up out the paint. What are you talking about? But that's how psychopathic their media is. See, they think they come and just steal shit and rule. And then, you know, the Africans who we put on the bottom in Kenya now, well, now, you know, our servants, our maids, our butlers and all that shit. We stole all the land, but they're scared of the Africans trying to get their land back, free them from the white man. That's what that crazy-ass newsreel just said. The British and the Africans are scared of the Mau. What?
$13 million in an out-of-court settlement to Kenyans tortured by British colonial forces.
Yeah, tortured.
During the Mau uprising.
They dicks was cut off. Shit. You know the atrocity they did? They cut off black men's dicks in Kenya and stuff them down their throats. You see that in any of your goddamn educational books? See how motherfuckers went around in Kenya worshiping these white people. They were cutting off your granddaddy's dick and shoving it down his throat. That's a fact. Look it up. Tell me I'm lying. But they ain't even any of your damn education. You think you should know that? You're goddamn right supposed to know who the fuck your enemy is and what they did to you. But in Africa, it's completely wiped clean. Think I'm joking? Think I'm making up? They would cut off the black man's dicks in Kenya and shove them down their throat? That's a fact. That's what your white man did to black men in these concentration camps. And they would kneel them in front of Queen, what's that white woman's name? Queen, whatever name. Queen Elizabeth. So you give your allegiance to her, we'll chop your head off, nigga. You got black people, and that's why you not educate your children. They don't know none of this history. They still get on the street, be smiling in front of white people. Oh, look at them. Oh. But taking your grandfather's dick off and shoving it down his throat, making him bleed his own blood and urine. What is wrong with you? These are facts.
19.
Making it up. Don't it sound horrible? When have black people have done anything like this? Never. Go ahead, Joe.
The UK government told us it had expressed regrets for the abuses committed and that
regrets.
That was last year, yeah.
The most effective way to respond to past wrongs is by ensuring current and future generations learn lessons and work together to tackle today's challenges. In 2015, they also funded a monument commemorating the veterans. More recently, in 2021, Germany agreed to pay more than $1.3 billion after officially recognizing its colonial soldiers had committed genocide between 1904
Namibia,
and 1908 in
Tanzania.
Rather than calling the payout reparations, it was called a grant instead. To understand the implications of this, I spoke to reparations activist Esther Kosei.
Germany, even though it has acknowledged the over-Herero,
hasn't done nothing, paid nothing.
Is still trying to call the shots.
Exactly. And pause that, Joby. Pause that. And these niggas won't say that they got Germans. See, you got to. I've been in Namibia, family. I'm in South Africa. I want Joby to pull this up. Who owns most of the land in that African country? The fucking invaded Germans. They own the land in Namibia today. Today. And when Namibia finally got free because of Angola, these niggas said 30 years ago they gonna get the land back. Had they done it? No. Almost got that land back was Zimbabwe. That's why they got sanctioned. And they were going to see Kagame punk ass. See? Kagame put an army with Angola to go get Museveni and Kagame out the thing. They were coming to get you two reckless ass European niggas. We get you niggas out of here. And when they went there, the British had hidden Kagame punk ass and Museveni punk ass back in the early 2000s. And that's when Zimbabwe got those sanctions put against them. They were coming to get Kagame and Museveni ass up out of there. That's when Angola still had a real military. And there was no military on the continent of Africa that can fuck with Angola. Nobody. I don't give a fuck Nigeria. They destroy all these niggas, and they knew it. Angola came to their doorstep. And all of a sudden, Kagame and Museveni were gone. They went in the country. So peaceably, white man infiltrated Angola through the CIA and started destroying their military power. 20 years, 25 years now. And Angola was a real military power on the continent. Not no bullshit, a real military power.
Not our Kenyan troops. Not the troops being sent to Haiti. Not the military guard.
From as much responsibility.
Good job, you got it.
By referring to this as development aid. It is not in fulfillment or recognition of serious crimes that have been committed against a group, such as the crimes of genocide. Aid is something that really is down to, oftentimes, the benevolence of particular governments. It is not an obligation under international law. It is still very much, dare I say, a form of charity.
The German government says the payout is neither aid or reparations. The funds can't be reparations as they were made out of a moral and historical obligation rather than a legal one. These payments are not linked to any other form of development aid. The money is meant to go directly to projects in the affected communities and region where they'll decide
that money is little to nothing, family. Because if you go to Namibia now, Joby can pull this up. Joby say, who owns the land in Namibia? It damn sure ain't the African. Damn sure ain't the African. It's the Germans that are still there. See, you might think the Germans are gone. Germans ain't never left no fucking Namibia. You know why? Because Africa's wealthy. And I got land and I got farms that I stolen from these niggas.
Namibia has a system of dual land tenure consisting of communal land and commercial land. Communal land is primarily held in trust by the government and is generally not available for sale to foreigners. Commercial land is available for purchase and lease. And I was trying to check what
Forget all that. Just say, does the German minority own the majority of land in Namibia? That's the question you asked. Does the German minority own the majority of land in Namibia? Same way the white Dutch own the majority of land in South Africa. Right. So does the German minority own the majority of land in Namibia? And the answer is yes. 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 Yes.
They're saying that Germans are 2% of Namibia's population and still own 70% of the land. 70%.
Yes, Jan. Yes. Yes, Joby. They own all the land.
There's no difference with South Africa at this point.
I told you. That's what I'm telling you, Joby. I told you that years ago. Yes, Joby. Yes. They never gave that land back. They committed genocide, stole that land. They never gave it back. That's over 100 years ago, 120, 130 years ago. I'm not giving you niggas back shit. So imagine you in Namibia and all the land owned by white people ain't nothing but 2% of the population, Joby. That'll invade us. That's what they want to do all of Africa. Not just what you see now up there in northern Africa. The white Africans are.
And I'm certain the people living in this situation, you can see it's just the black Namibians, of course, the original people, the indigenous people of Namibia, the ones living in poverty. Just the same way in South Africa, in Kenya.
Yes.
Countries.
Do me a favor, Joby. Let's go. Let's look at let's go to YouTube and let's get a video, say walking around Windhoek, Namibia. Now you'll see that this city is nice. The white people own everything. White people own shit. They're the ones that are in poverty, Joby, in Africa, in Namibia. They're the ones that don't own no land. They're the ones enslaved. So just let's say walking around Windhoek. That's Winhoek. And ain't that you spell Windhoek?
Nah.
No, all right, whatever. I don't know how to spell that shit. Joby ass, nah.
It's Winhoek.
Well, I know it was some weird shit. Whatever. I know it was some German shit. I don't know.
No X anyway. Let me see.
I knew it was some weird shit. Whatever. It's some German name shit. Windhoek.
Okay,
let's walk around Windhoek.
Top 10
now,
places to
all the white people live good.
Windhoek, Namibia.
Go ahead.
Windhoek, Namibia offers a...
The name itself is just off. Windhoek. There is no...
It's German. I said it's German, Joby. Some weird German name. It's German.
And it's in Africa. We have a Windhoek in Africa.
Yeah.
Unique blend of African and German cultures.
It's African and German. No, it's German.
Windhoek is the capital city of the country and offers its visitors a chance to explore the historic architecture of the city, museums, and traditional markets. Moreover, you can see a wide variety of animals in the city. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And in today's video,
so what you imagine, Joby? Africans still being slaves in their own country. See? Africans dancing. Look at us. Yeah, we dance with white people.
Number 10, National Art Gallery of Namibia. The National Art Gallery of Namibia is a cultural explosion of color that showcases the work of some of the best painters in the country. The permanent collection of this museum even features masterpieces that celebrate the varied cultural and natural history of Namibia. These pieces are on display throughout the museum. This show features work by Mufangijo, the first Black artist from Namibia to acquire international prominence. The struggle for liberty is shown in his lino cuts in a way that is both holy and narrative. You can get some relief from the stifling heat.
Now imagine, Joby. Now imagine, Joby. I just want to see the city. I want to see the guy talking about no damn art museum. So imagine, Joby. I come to your country 130 years ago. I genocide most of you niggas. Then I steal all the land. And today I still own all the land.
Well, I think that's why you go back to the rage you had at the beginning when you talk about power does not respect weakness. Because if you know that we need more than just money, it's not just all about reparation. It's not just all about, you know, us being told, I'm sorry, let us forget this and become friends and cooperate. Then this is where the rage should come from. Let us check at the percentage of the land owned by the invaders, because we should, you know, that should be actually the starting point of everything. What is the percentage of the land owned by these people, you know? And why is it that majority of the Black people are living in poverty, squeezed in places like Kibera, having to live in a flying toilet type of kind of situation, when people have free lands doing nothing? Same thing applies to not just media, but
yes,
you know?
Yes. I think all the white people live good in Kenya. It's stolen land. And they live over by the Karen section, and they stole all that land, and they live good, and African people in Kenya are poor and fucked up.
Let me ask you, did Zimbabwe have to go on a war to get their land back? How much Mugabe do?
Yes, first they had to go to war just to get free. Remember, because white people, same way they control Namibia, for no reason why Namibia got free was because of Angola. Namibia was attached to South Africa, Joby. And so the South Africans came in and controlled the white South Africans controlled Namibia too, to help the Germans. But then Angola rose up and destroyed South Africa and Namibia, and then that's when Angola had really the strongest army in Africa and said, hey, if you don't start freeing these Africans, we're gonna kill everybody up in this, every white person in Namibia and South Africa. We're gonna kill all you motherfuckers. We'll kill every last one of you. So that's when they got we know we're wrong, but let's all be friends. But they don't ever give back none of the shit that they stole. They live great while you live in poverty.
We can't continue being friends with our enemy, and it makes me very angry every morning because I have to meet with this crazy woman who's always, you know, with this white dude always smiling like, baby girl, do you understand what you're smiling at? Because this is actually the beginning of neo-colonization that you're literally smiling at right here. When these people actually, and the thing we don't get when we talk about tribalism, how we consider ourselves different as African people, they don't know tribalism. White people don't know tribalism. Indians don't know tribalism. Chinese don't know tribalism. Whether they come from different parts of China, where they're going to meet, always united. Well, when it comes to African,
thank you, Joey. Thank you, Joey. And the Chinese have different languages in China, but they know they're Chinese.
But when it comes to Kenya, maybe they claim, you know, Kenya is racism type of bullshit, which they claim. When they gather up together, they're all going to be defensive of that one person, or literally join hands and defend that one person who's been attacked by probably Africans or, you know, or whatever is going to be happening in that situation. One thing that we need to learn as African people, and that's what I was saying last week when we saw the situation of Rwanda as accepting the asylum seekers coming from Libya, I questioned, this is a high time where Africans need to start saying, what about us? When we go to these other countries, because the same countries we're accepting to come here are the same countries which have signed very strict rules to beat us up, to kill us when we're trying to cross over, going to search for greener pastures. How many Africans have we seen dying at the border of Tunisia, Libya, Mauritania? And now we saw Egypt even recently signed that. And Italy was very excited. I thought Giorgia Meloni, this is why you know they say they're the same people. I thought when I saw the best speech of Giorgia Meloni saying that, you know, Africa is being exploited by France, I thought she was the most brilliant white woman I've ever seen in my life. But no, they're all the same people. That is one thing I've come to realize.
That's right, I told you that.
People.
That's
all
right.
The same people just wearing different clothes, different days, different energy, different mood, but the same people. Once they go that on that racism mode, it can never be unactivated. It is active all the way. So Africans, we need to understand that. I believe on under what we're trying to check right here. And something I also love to be checked is if Africa was to create its own state and how we can get rid of all these borders, capitalism, I don't know, capital city, I don't know what. It is such a pity and sad situation to see that we have a windhawk. I didn't even know the Namibia, the capital is windhawk. What type of a name is that? That is so European bullshit. I'm not gonna cut. That is nothing close to Africa. Nairobi does make sense a little bit, but still, we need to check onto the details of these names where they came from. Because even up to date, still people question about Kenya. Did it come from Kenyatta or Kenya?
You know where they came from, Joby. You know where it came from.
It is a high time we do some digging, and we can't expect people like Ruto, Kagame, let me share his video here, to say, to come and help us create any sort of, get our lands back. We've seen them themselves, the white people in the continent are threatening us, like the white farmers in South Africa. They've already told you cannot try any type of war, and if you try to do it, the same video I shared, there's a video I was sharing last week on a Friday where we saw they admitted this in 2017, and they continuously keep on saying it. If you try get your land back, this is an act of war.
Exactly, Joby.
What are the African presidents doing about it? Oh, nothing, because it is a white supremacy-led continent. It's not an Africa-led continent. This is just a banana republic, which is being used, resources, but being used to literally make the rest of the world very wealthy. It is a very sad situation.
Ding, 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 ding. Exactly, Joby. Yes. And he says 100. And he says 100%, 300% true. Africans used to make everybody else wealthy, and also to make the wealth that they had, where they stay there, right? They stayed there and don't expect to leave.
Well, it is so sad to see that today, Africans were so scared. Africans, we know nothing. But I'll not say everyone, because we're waking up. And personally, I just can't wait to see how long it's going to take until the whole continent takes over. Until we move the Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger way. I really want to see how long I'm going to be living and how long it's going to be taking for it to happen. It would be so amazing to see all these puppets fall down, all of them.
But most of it goes through here. Does not stay here.
So he says what goes through his country does not stay in his country. That is what basically he's telling us. What goes through your country, Kagame? Let us know more.
It goes to Dubai.
It goes to Dubai.
Goes to Brussels. Goes to Tel Aviv. Goes to Russia.
Welcome to Candid Africa, truthful and unapologetic.
I was talking to some very senior people recently from somewhere who are saying, the Congolese are saying we steal their quota, we steal their gold. And then I asked them one question. There was many readers. I said, there's something I know. Some people come from Congo, whether they smuggle or go through the right channels, they bring minerals but most of it goes through here, does not stay here. It goes to Dubai, goes to Brussels, goes to Tel Aviv, goes to Russia. It used to go to Russia. I don't know if it still goes there. It goes everywhere. So I was asking them, I said, are you on the list of those who are stealing minerals of Congo? Because these things, they end up with you. For us, we are now, they go through our country. But they're accusing us of stealing Congo's minerals. How about the destination.
That's it.
Why don't you talk about it?
The destination, you are the beginning of the destination. That is what we're gonna say, Kagame. You know, you are the beginning of the destination. Just last week, I shared a video of you. It's crazy how this man double talks, and I'm glad to understand this kind of speeches. He's always double speeching in everything he says. Oh, you know, they have accused me of stealing resources from Congo. I'm not the one responsible. But how do you know the rest of the world is benefiting from Congo if you're not involved? How do you get to literally know such kind of details if you're not involved in any sort of way? If I'm not involved in something, I should not even have any hint of what is happening to the rest of the world benefiting from what I've been accused of, because I'm not part of it. But why am I being accused to be part of it? And I have details about who is benefiting from the same place where I'm being accused I'm part of it. See the double talk? And then he goes ahead. Last week he said that the continent of Africa is full of resources. He's made this speech a couple of times, and I've shared it. Every time he makes a speech about the resources, I've shared it. He says Africa is blessed, but their people are benefiting from it. But he won't mention himself. How is it that the capital city of Rwanda, or whatever the capital city is, how is it that Rwanda, the town itself, is so beautiful than the rest of the African countries? Make that make sense. How is it that your country looks so well maintained? What is it that you are doing the rest of the African people are not doing? These other leaders, you're always on the same summits, you're always on the same circle, always going for these foreign trips to make Africa develop. But how is it that Rwanda is literally going, moving so brilliantly? The people cannot even complain or talk about any issue because the country is well managed. I quote, But the rest of the countries would talk about, okay, you are literally working together with Museveni. You want to tell me Museveni is damn not to see what is happening in Rwanda, copy and paste and make his country better? But of course he is. I won't question. That sounds crazy when I question if he's dumb, It sounds crazy when you question if Museveni is crazy, because he is crazy. He is crazy. But this is such a shame, going back to all that we're talking about, the stolen artifacts, which literally right now they have pinned so much amount of money, because there's a time I did a whole show on the artifacts and we checked even the most expensive stolen artifacts and the amount of what they cost. From Kenya, we saw, I can't remember, what is it called? Some sort of lion. Let me see if I can find it on this article. In Benin, we have the Benin bronze. We have so many stolen artifacts that still to date, Africans are fighting for, and majority of them have been literally, they have a very crazy amount of money, that they should be going for. But you as a continent, you've been told that you cannot request what you literally belongs to you back. It is such a shame. And this is why we need to actually, when you go back to why we need to fight the LGBTQ again, we need to understand as a society we are being weakened, and this is one of the form of way first of not populating. This is depopulation on effect, and rather trying to weaken the men in the society so that you cannot be able to fight what is coming. Because neocolonialism for real is here. Once you have a weak man in a society, what do you expect someone who's being sassy and have nails to do? You're trying to be a woman. You putting gloss on your lips. What can you tell me as a man? You can talk to me as a man. You are a woman. You are literally very weak and you can't even fight on a war because you consider yourself very feminine while you have balls. Such a shame. But that is what they want, and we need to understand what the agenda is. And this is why you see them pushing it so hard right now in Africa. Because question yourself, why is it that right now they're pushing the LGBTQ motion so hard on Africans right now? And at the same time, we see Africans talking about neocolonialism being very active. What is really, really happening? They know what they're really doing. They have been planned. And we need to understand we're way behind information as Africans, like it or not. We may not be that behind, but on some of the things that are already planned for this continent to take place, we're way behind. We're way, way behind. It is crazy and it is such a shame. But anyway, shout out to UK Williams. Have a good day. I don't know if you're still listening or if you already went to work, but shout out to you and shout out to everyone with me on the YouTube channel. So many of you in the morning. Kindly hit the like button, share the live video to your family and friends, and let them be educated. Shout out to Nebuchadnezzar in the building. Wagwan Opoko Fiti, nice to see you. And shout out to everyone with us, those who are following the live creator. I do appreciate you. Shout out to It's All Good in the building. Shout out to Tico in the building and to everyone with us. I see Sister Jewel also with us, says that the British wording terminology saying putting a little powder in the ass of a nigger, lighting up the black asshole. God damn. It's crazy. It is crazy. And I was seeing a video here earlier today which was explaining about why we should stop calling each other niggers. And that actually goes to Keith. Keith is the one who doesn't use the code anymore. Why we need to stop calling each other niggers. There's these brothers who are saying that this N-word should stop being used among the black society.
You're not a nigga. You're not my nigga. You a god, brother. We brothers of one.
Mwongo ni watu wa kwenu, babako, mamako, kakako, watu wote wa kwenu. Kama utaki ukweli toka hapa, shetani wewe shindwe.
So when we see each other, we say, brother. Because you can't kill your brother, but you can kill a nigga. Come on. Easy to kill a nigga. I air all these niggas out. But look how this sound. I air all these brothers out. Don't even sound the same. Right. Man, I kill you, brother. You don't even sound the same. Come on, brother. You can't kill your brother. Come on, because he's of yourself. So flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood, we brothers of one another. That's right. How the food feel? Preaching on salute. Raise front. Preaching on salute.
Yeah, that is what the brother was saying. Stop calling each other niggers, and you need to be respectful to each other. That N-word is always used by only the white supremacy, the white people, and we as black people, we need to stop using that code. Shout out to Nebuchadnezzar Samati. Umemwita shetani. Me, you won't come here bring your fucked up attitude to me. I'll get you. I'll get you all fired up. Don't try me. Sija jam. When do me jam? Cause mbona unakuja hapa na weird energy. Get the fuck out of here. Don't try me. Don't. Not right now. The wrong timing. Wrong timing. Okay. Wrong timing. I'm on a serious business right here. Don't try me. But anyway, moving to the next conversation, apart from all that, is about what is happening in Uganda. Well, you can see that they are very active in bamboo farming.
What happened, Joey? What happened?
Tukafanya nini? Mimi nakujua hata. Do I know you, bro? I'll block you. I don't know who the F you are. And please don't ruin my mood because I'm not with you're the one who worked from me. So please.
What's he saying, Joe? What's he saying, Joey?
I don't know what with TikTok people always with a weird energy. I don't know what's up. Shit, I don't know you. Weirdo. Please. Get the hell out of here. I don't know who you are. Anyway, moving on. Wewe ndo utakasirika tu vibaya mimi nakupasha. Toka hapa. Usiniharibie mood. Okay, moving on is about Uganda. We can see they're very active in bamboo farming. This is something very positive to see, but the disappointing part is where we can see the government wants to export this. It's not the first time we've seen bamboo trees being exported out of the African continent. Kenya was very active in 2022 when actually the moment President William Ruto came into power, is governors from different counties like the Kilifi County were cutting down the bamboo trees and the baobab trees as well, which are very ancient, and taking them to other European countries and all that. But we saw Africa, Kenya, in fact, actually importing back the Napier grass, which we don't need. You know, it's crazy how we sell. And when you talk about the artifacts, that is what we're talking about. Where Africa, we give away what is very valuable to us, because I've never seen anywhere anyone cutting down the baobab trees. I don't know if you've seen that, kid, but personally, you remember the baobab tree in a restaurant, and you remember William telling us the history of that tree?
Yeah, the history of it. Yeah. Right outside. How ancient it is. What does it mean? How special it is. Yeah.
But
shout out to William So I'll probably having Joby them go down. That's why we got to teach Shamani quick, because I got to have Joby probably go down to Tanzania. We talked to William yesterday. Got to go down to Tanzania probably sometime in May.
Yeah, you go create another account and come back and attack me because I just blocked your ass. Now we see where you're gonna run.
What was he saying?
Having a convo. No, Nebuchadnezzar don't even need to explain yourself. You're even using too much energy. What you do is just block this kind of people because I'm not with the energy. I'm not. Man, my week I want it to be very amazing and I'm not with the TikTok people. You know, you can barely support people when they're alive and they wait till they're dead. That's when you want to talk shit. I'm not the one. I'm going to attack you when I'm here. Missy Brian, Chiraway. So I
In Uganda, the government is encouraging bamboo.
But let me share this very quickly. So remember 2 weeks ago, we saw that, I think that was last week or 2 weeks ago. I think at the beginning of the week, we saw Kenya making plastic chairs using plastics, them using plastic waste to make plastic chairs. That is the desk for schools. We spoke about the harms of it, like cancer, bringing cancer, and how dangerous it is to the people and to the students as well. To see what Uganda is doing, but the only problem is to see that the government is the one benefiting the most, not the people. And this is so sad because I've seen so many situations like this in Africa where people come up with ideas or figure out a way out to bring impact in the society, especially cases where we've been having problems or no. But once the government comes to discover that this is something that can bring a lot of funds into the country, they take that of an advantage and forgetting the founders of this idea. And I've discussed that, I think, also last week. We've seen ideas being snatched away from Africans, and the beneficiary of this are literally always the white people. Again, the white people. The white people, always. Not even the African presidents themselves, but the white people. This is so sad.
Or farming.
I don't know, my internet is so down.
In Uganda, the government is encouraging bamboo farming.
Anyway, let me see if I can read the article of it, if the video won't play. So they're saying that bamboo farming is on the rise in Uganda, where they hardly and fast grow. The hardly and fast crop is a hardly and fast growing crop is seen by the government as having a real potential. Local authorities say that it can be a band for fuel in rural communities, taking pressure off dwindling forest reserves and other natural resources. Conservationists say it's a hardy plant that can grow almost anywhere, and businesses see it as a cash crop which uses that range from the furniture to toothpicks. And the Taga Natwaga, a bamboo farmer and a businessman, owns a bamboo furniture factory near the Ugandan capital city, that is the Kampala, and it is an incredibly versatile material, he says. And he says, we are making a few products, not as many as we should. We are making these tables, as you can see from the video which I was to share, the chairs, and we are making pens and even tips of the bamboo that we don't normally use. And we definitely made also cups, and we have made trophies and so many things coming from the bamboo sticks. And they are saying that some of the bamboo species grown in Uganda are imported from Asia, but like one whose shoots are smoked and then boiled to make a popular traditional meal in eastern Uganda, grow wild. A few kilometers out of the Bambara city in western Uganda, there is a large commercial farm that includes a 7-acre bamboo lot, and the plants at Katara farm as well as which are looked after and a stockpile of 10,000 bamboo poles start waiting to be sold. The caretaker, Joseph Katumba, said that the property has become something of a demonstration farm for people who want to learn more about the bamboo. Bamboo plants are normally ready to harvest in 3 to 5 years, as well as maintain plantation can be used for at least 50 years, says Katumba. But this is something very, but the problem is if the government gets to literally get into your business, especially if you are an entrepreneur, you will not benefit majority of it. That is one thing I've seen in many African countries, and I believe it is especially with the situation that is in Uganda, where most of the people are unemployed. This is amazing to see that this young man is creating employment, because that is one. Once you have a factory, you can't actually be managing it yourself. You need employees. You need people who are going to be helping in 1, 2, 3 things: harvesting, processing, to whatever product you want it to be. So that is something positive. But shout out to Museveni, because I remember that was I think last year, but one again in 2022, when we had the oil that was discovered in Uganda. What he did is called the Chinese farm to come and be the one to. Don't worry, you're gonna benefit from this. Ugandans came ahead and demonstrated, even complained. They say that there's no no benefits. Majority of them were promised jobs from that project, but it ended up landing in the Chinese hands. And we've seen that even in so many African countries, like Kenya. Our very own express road, which we were told was supposed to tackle traffic, is now flooding with water, can barely even process the water from the rains. It is super crazy. We talk about literally inviting people in the continent to do great jobs for us, but they do worksheets so that we can continue being dependent. Know this, they act so dummy. They act like they don't know. Of course they know. You want to keep on going back to a Chinese. They did some worksheets. They're going to keep on coming back. And that is how neocolonialism is happening. Because these people come here as constructors. They like the weather, and that's how they end up creating their family, extended families here. And you hear them talking like the white South African farmers. Oh, my grandpa has been here since the 1980s. So does that claim
Yep.
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 You can even speak the South African accent, bitch. Please, you can barely even do it. Thought you wanted to create an account and came back. I was to give you another one, but anyway, I see Joel says that how can male transformers expect to dig in the fight trench warfare? It's rare. It's not even possible. Not even leave alone even rare. The rare is a very extreme one to give them. It's not possible. You can't. That's why the moment you just start acting sassy, you're feeling like a woman, just go wear a skirt and sit down. We already know who you are. Don't even try come battle for anything. We should give you up to Russians so that they can literally consider you as part of, because that is what is happening in Russia right now. And that is a very, very strict rule over there. I'm really proud of Putin. But you're also saying that when they are worried about their deleted their surgical man-made pee several times per day in order to keep it opening. Man. And then, something that I think I've discussed that before. Something that comes also with these surgeries is it's crazy how this system stands with you right now. We know you're right. Fight for your right. We're going to help you demonstrate your right. But when it comes to your body, removing all types of crazy smells, and where you can no longer close those holes that you opened, it's no longer your right. Like you already done some surgery, you damaged your body, did all types of VACCINEs, and now you can no longer be fixed, so you're no longer a human.
But ain't no going back. Right. Exactly. And that's why they always end up committing, the S.
Oh, you can't say it on YouTube, Todd. You can't say it on YouTube too.
Well, not about that. Not about that issue. I'm saying we know another issue. Let's say when you do it when you're depressed. But about that, since they pushing that narrative, you can't say that's what happens after these people go and get that surgery done. Because most of them commit to Because like you just said, Joe, we got things that don't work, your holes and all kind of made up shit. Shit crazy.
It is crazy. But moving on is about Senegal elections, which were held yesterday. We're waiting to see who's going to be pronounced the winner of this election. And I know it's going to be very chaotic. Yeah. It happened on a Sunday. Yeah, it was on a Sunday that it was conducted. We had 7 million people who had registered to vote, and we know majority of the people actually were backing Osman Sonko, especially youth, because he's the youngest of the presidential candidates, who are 19 of them. Which I said personally, it's crazy. Why is it, Kate, that we always have so many presidential candidates? Why can't we have a maximization of like 3? And I think I don't know if in America there is a maximization, but in Africa I believe
It's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of people vying for candidate because one of those candidates should come from the people. Usually, all of them are not coming from any of the people. You just get. Why should I only have 2 choices and both choices are bad, Joby? So a choice should come up from the people, which never does. There's never no choice that comes from the people. You're just giving 2 people up there until you select from these 2, and they're both puppets. So I believe as many people should be up there. That's the way they try to be slick and try to, because most of them all won't get eliminated. But that's just trying to tell you that you have a choice when you don't, because none of those choices come from the people. The ones when they do, like the other guy in Senegal, they get locked up. The real person coming from the people. That's why democracy's a lie. It's a scam. It's kabuki theater. It's to make you believe you got a choice when you don't. It's all a scam. That's why I tell people. Shout out to Demore now reading it. Go read Machiavelli, the Prince. How they came up with this fake democracy. They did it because they said, "Hey, how can we fool the people to not believe that we're the power behind the real throne of the shit that's really going on? Okay, we'll create this fake democracy shit, and besides we got make the people believe they got elected officials, and when the elected officials never deliver, they get mad at them. They don't know we're the actual power."
You're breaking.
Oh damn!
You are breaking, but I understood you. I understood you, and I agree with you when you say that majority of the choices don't come from people. But I still personally, 19, 17, 20 presidential candidates, it's a lot. It's a whole lot. And if the decision has to before the presidential elections or before the day of elections, we should see who's the one that is being supported. Let us look at the percentage of the people supporting who and let them be on the poll, Let us pick at least the top 5 or the top 3 of who the people want to vote for and make it a law, actually. It's not like it's not a choice. It's only a choice if we end up selecting someone and they don't work for us the way we expect them to. But once we have the majority of the people, who will support, let's say, the 3-4 candidates, and from there we're going to get the majority of the votes from the people, then we should actually maximize the number of these candidates. Because for me, I feel like in Africa, this is one of the ways that we allow people to get into the political seats and continuation of corruption. Because once you are in this attempt, what next can you vie for? What seat can you be given for? That in Africa a couple of times where we see people vying for presidential seat, then the next time you're gonna hear, they were nominated to be in this particular seat, they were given this and this. By who nominated, which people, where? But the fact that they just got that attempt to become a political sensational, if that makes sense, it gives them much more chances of becoming part of the system and even part of being corrupt people. And that is just my thoughts regarding that. So I wish Senegal all the best. I see that there was delays during elections yesterday, which actually happens in every African country. We'll see delays at the polls. We'll see the ballot papers being delayed. We'll see some people, like in Kenya 2022, we had some, I can't remember which, not Senegalese, I don't know which invaders, for some foreigners were caught bringing some ballot papers right here, and they were not actually part of the, people were monitoring the elections, but they were caught on the airport with some ballot papers. But on to the next conversation before we move on to the major conversation is about Nigeria. We've been seeing for the last few weeks, Nigeria, it's been crazy. Nigeria, we've been seeing people being abducted, including women and children. And during this weekend, it seems like the kidnappers did did actually release some number of students, and the same the Nigerian pupils have taken by that were taken by gunmen in a mass abduction in the northern west town of Kuriga earlier this month have been freed unharmed, and the Kaduna State Governor Uba Sani said that they had been rescued thanks to the courage of the security forces. This is all a lie. Come on, security. What security forces? This is how you understand this is always a game for me. I feel like this is always a game, and Tinubu knows what is happening. The human rights one knows what is happening, and this is all about resources, about oil. Something needs to be done for these people to be released. If not, we see them dying. We always hear them being killed. So I believe there's some cards being played by Tinubu here, because remember, 2 weeks ago he said he shall not give any money for reparations. No, not for reparations, but for what is it called? For these people to be released. What is the ransoms? He said he shall not pay any ransoms. And we saw him actually also encouraging people, giving them skills on how they can tackle mass kidnappings, if in case it happens in their regions, teaching the youth how they should be tackling all this. So how comes all of a sudden we have people rescued unharmed, which is very good, something very positive to announce. Nobody has been shot dead, but we've had a couple of people have been shot before the abduction, but something is just not making sense here. They also say that the school authorities had said more than 280 children were taken, but the army said 137 had been freed. And it said the operation took place in early this Sunday morning, that was yesterday, days before ransom's deadline. And officials have not yet commented on the discrepancy, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, in numbers. And in previous cases, hostage have been able to flee from the captors as they trek for days to forest hideouts. Well, I remember last week on Monday, I discussed this before we started the Africa Today show topic with shout out to Smart J if you're listening. And we questioned about the motorbikes, the guns, the fundings because it's some fundings, happening with all these provision of motorbikes, guns, and all that, and also the cars, because where do they get the cars or the buses to carry all these people? Something is just not making any sense, and the Tinubu needs to be answerable to this instead of taking some foreign trips, which we saw him banning ministers. Starting from April, he said that his people should not be traveling, that is the ministers or anyone involved politically taking any foreign trips. That is after him spending billions to literally develop the country, which he has not done. And he was given a whole airport named after him for developing the country, which he has not done. So let us underline, he has not done. Yeah, it is super, super crazy. But to the major focus of the day is about where we can see that apart from or despite the water coverage being 71% on the Earth's surface, we have 2 billion people who are literally not getting safe drinking water. And my concern mostly is coming from Africa itself, as much as they're saying that this is a worldwide thing. And I'm trying to combine this with the same situation like I explained at the beginning of the show, where we saw Obama going to, I can't remember the name of the state, but where we had people complaining about lack of water, and even children were not, the growth of the children slowed down because of some certain chemical that was found in that water. If you guys can remember, you can maybe pin down on the comments, or maybe Kate can let us know. I can't remember the name of the state, but we saw people complaining, and that this are.
You talking about over in Michigan? You talking about in Flint, in Michigan?
When we had Obama, where Obama went to ask
that was in Flint, Michigan.
To ask for a glass of water when people were
literally water. That was in Flint, Michigan, when the water supply was poisoned.
Mm-hmm. So that is something that they have been doing on purpose. When they talk about people lacking safe drinking water, that is something they know. Because when you talk also about this, the service provision of the cleaning water or our water pipes. In Africa, I don't think we do have. I don't know if you guys do get your water pipes checked, but I believe it's also rare, especially amongst the black community. I believe the white people, you'll find their areas being checked regularly, but when it comes to the black people, you guys need to die. Drink all the rusting water with all the chemicals. So this is all on purpose. This is not something shocking to them, because just like I checked last week when we saw the UN reporting about sex trade, or where we have criminals making out of sex trade and slavery. I checked how many times have they reported this. Since 1986, they have been coming up with different articles and reports of sex trade and slavery benefiting some other people. But how comes that nobody has ever been arrested because of this, crime? The same thing when you talk about water. How many times have we had the UN reporting about lacking drinking clean water? Let me just check that. How many times has the UN reported lack of drinking water? So I want to check some of the articles. This has been happening. So I can see 2013. That was in 2013, talking about 10 years ago. We can see last year they also did report. Last year, let me see this one. 1 in 4 people in the world do not have access to clean drinking water. That was last year. So they keep on coming up with the same articles every night. 2015, they reported about it. Excuse me. And so on and so on and so on. But what are they willing to do about it to bring a solution to the people? Nothing. That is nothing. We're waiting for Mr. Beast, shout out to President William Ruto, to come and help us dig some water, while people have been, these funds always allocated for such kind of crisis and emergencies. We've also spoken about how we can be able to refine our water, especially the rainwater, turning it into clean drinking water. It is very possible. Nothing is impossible, but it is so sad when you talk about, especially the African continent, how everything has been made to seem impossible. We have resources. We have people with skills and knowledge and even talent add on top of able to build our own. We can be able to literally start something from the scratch without being dependent on anyone's funds. Nobody's money. We don't need money to literally get access to water. What money? It's there. So what money do we need?
A new UN report published on World Water Day shows that over 2 billion people still live without access.
Oh, come on.
Access to safe drinking water, themed Water for Prosperity and Peace.
Man, my internet is really, really messed up. My internet has refused today to serve me, to work by me. It is okay, and it is okay. But they're saying as many as 2 billion people still live without access to safe drinking water, and 3.5 billion lack access to decent sanitation, according to the United Nations report published on World Water Day. And they say that I think the situation is really challenging. That is one of the directors, and says prosperity and peace highlights that tensions over water are exacerbating conflicts worldwide, and say without water there is no life. Then without the water, there is no food. So water is the core and indispensable natural resource for sustainable development, for agriculture, and for many different economic sectors. That is as any, especially African continent. We don't need Mr. Beast helps, because that party porn expression to the rest of the world to laugh at Africa, give so many reasons to the rest of the world, including our own colonizers, to keep on coming back, to keep on exploiting us, seeing Africans as backward people, seeing Africa as a opportunities, and themselves being opportunities. Because once actually when you go to a very docile place where people need help, it's very easy for you to take advantage of them, and that is what I believe Mr. Beast was able to do. He went to a very place where docile people were, who knew nothing about the rest of the world, how it works, barely even know probably a lot about the camera. There are people who get excited about cameras instead of being terrified, so that is an opportunity for him where he can keep on coming back and back, bringing more help. Because remember, after him digging wells and providing water to so many different countries, that is 6 African countries, he came back and provided even electrical motorbikes. I think that was in Zimbabwe or Uganda, if I'm not wrong. He gave a whole school motorbikes for everyone to get to school, early, because of the destinations which majority of the people live far away from the school. It is so crazy how the image of Africa through our representatives, because our own lead, something I was able to discover last year, to know that we are literally looking at people we claim leaders. They are weak, they can't talk, they can't stand up for themselves because they are scared of being assassinated, Patrice Lumumba way, being killed the Magufuli way. These people are just scared in expensive suits, taking expensive private jets and flights, but there's nothing that they can speak about when it comes to their own continent. They have no pulse, and pardon my French, and that is just the fact. None of them. If you're talking about Nana Akufo-Addo, is just a balloon stomach we've seen. Same way with our previous government. They come here very skinny, but move out of the seat after 10 years of dictatorship and doing everything that the white man wants. Work out very, very well. Actually not healthy, unhealthy. Because when you have a balloon stomach, you think you have money. You're unhealthy, baby. Go work out. Get in the gym. Nobody wants to be lying on that heavy stomach. Not me, at least. Maybe they are the rest, but not me. Not me. But that is my conversation for today, family. I'm coming to the end of today's conversation, and I hope you guys have enjoyed. Majority of my conversation was distracted by Mr. New Samria, but we appreciate him. We appreciate his presence, and of course we appreciate him creating this amazing network platform. Shout out to everyone who is with me this morning. I see 15 of you in the building. That is such an amazing thing this morning to see that all of you are woken up to just catch up with me on this show. I know it's very early for all of you, to all our diaspora family, and sana kwa kuwa na sisi kwa kipindi cha leo. Tupatane baadaye, actually in a few minutes, that is in I think 15 minutes or 20 minutes, we shall be coming back on the Rhythm Scoop show. Remember, we have a new face, of course, the replacement of Katie. So check out who she is, let us know how you feel the vibe, and of course the conversation. We shall be talking about arts, entertainment, and culture on the Rhythm Scoop. This has been the Pan-African Bliss Show, and I hope you guys have enjoyed. In case you shall be catching this on a replay on Rumble, or rather on YouTube, on Facebook, enjoy and leave your comments down below. Much love. I don't know if Mr. Newsome has any closing remarks. He decided at the end of the show he shall mute his mic. What do you have to say, kid, before we wind up? Busy. But shout out to Joe Mosquito. Thank you so much for being with us. Shout out to Sister Jua, that is Kay Williams, and to all of you, our amazing silent listeners. I appreciate you. I know you have enjoyed the conversation for real. But from me to you, peace.
All the way to Switzerland, and you're tuning into the Black House Fire Radio, and you're listening. Yes, man, say Wagwan. Andrew Robinson,
everybody.
Reaching out to all the massive on the African continent, and you're tuning the Pan-African Bliss Show with your host,
How you doing, Michelle? How you doing, Kay Williams? How you doing, Sister Jewel?
Closing remarks, Skip.
Huh? Oh yeah, I just want to say you're right. They're gonna make Transformers dig in and fight a war. Exactly right. They're not gonna fight any war. That's the reason why they're pushing this. Is to make the African man effeminate. You know. So think about trying to like they did a study. The UN and Americans said how can we make the African gay? They specifically said Kenya. I remember I gave that I don't know if you can find it. I specifically had Spikes look that up years ago. He was all messed up. Why would they want to do that? Why they want to do that? Why they want to make everybody gay?
Oh, I remember that. But anyway, family, much
Anyway,
love. Have an amazing
much
rest
love.
of the day. Kindly
Come
come
back
back on
in.
the Rhythm Scoop show. We shall be back in a few minutes. Don't
Yeah.
touch. Tuned in on the Black Hot Fire Network app to know when we're live. As if for those who wish to come back, maybe on YouTube or maybe be on the radio, we shall be there on the show page to check your comments. Much love. Keith, have an
Say hi.
amazing day.
Say hi to the new lady. Mine's gonna be rough, Joby. I remember mine's gonna be a rough day. Start off bad. It's gonna be rough. So much love, family.
Sorry, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. I'm so sorry. Much love.
You don't sound sorry.
I'm sorry. I really mean it. Do you expect me to cry to say I'm sorry? No.
That's why we try again. Every time I feel